Hey, this is James, and I would like to just let you know about the great way Anchor FM can help you get your podcast up and going. You know, you sometimes think of, I don't know how to record an episode. How do I get my show into all the apps that people listen to? How do I make money from my podcast? Well, the answer is very simple. Anchor FM. Anchor is a one-stop shop recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free. Very easy to use. So now Anchor can match you up with different ones that want to advertise on Anchor with your podcast. So start your podcast today, and we would love to just come along with you and hope to meet you someday and enjoy podcasting together. Thanks, and we thank you for listening to this podcast. And we are back with another episode of Real-Time News. I would like to apologize. I've been a little under the weather. Haven't been able to do any episodes. My voice is getting better. Still a little rough, but it hit me a few days ago. And so we just want to welcome you to this today, whether you're listening on our podcast, whether you're listening on YouTube. Of course, if you're on YouTube, you can see me. On the podcast, we try to remember that we do have the podcast and or our Facebook page. So what I want to do is I am actually going to show you, go through, before I start this episode, I want to show you our Facebook page, ask you to follow us and like it. And also, I'm going to show you the offer that we have going on before I even go into the news. So let's go ahead and transition. All right. Please go to facebook.com/realtime-news TC. That's Real-Time News Treasure Coast. It should be on the link, but if not, right there it is. In fact, what I will do is let me share this, and with me sharing this, you will get the link. I'll comment, put in the comment here, and give me just a second. And if you're listening on the podcast, it should be there. So the link is there. So please like the page, follow us, and share this with your friends. All right. And basically what we are doing, we give the latest news, tech, devotionals. We do always end in devotional, looking at switching that around, starting with that, but that is what we do. All right, before we get into the news today, we do want to talk about our offer, Your Church Promotions. You can probably hear my voice a little bit. The more I talk, the more it kind of starts going a little bit. So I may not be doing too many broadcasts this week. But Your Church Promotions, we have a 5 for 50. That's 5 video intros for $50. We ask you to sign up for our texting notification. Drop your name, cell number, and when you sign up, you will be redirected to some free stuff. But the 5 for 50, these are the 5 video intros. yourchurchpromotions.com/5, the number 5, 4 FOR, and then the number 50. But these 5 video intros you get, and you drop your name, email, slogan, or message, and then you upload your logo, and I personally create all these myself. So, alright, let's start into the news. Florida Trumptilla seeks world record boat parade. This was actually yesterday over in Clearwater, Florida. They were pushing to try to get a set a world record for most boats. Don't know whether they got it, but there were a lot of boats. Supporters of President Donald Trump attempted to break a Guinness World Record Saturday for the largest boat parade during an event in Clearwater, Florida. While it is unclear if the record was broken, Chairman of Alabama GOP, Terry Latham, suggested in a tweet that it had. So, but there you can see the video. In fact, let me just turn this, and we'll go ahead and play this here. One of the things that this is doing, it did divert. Let me wait a second. We'll try to play it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I have it playing here. For those of you on the podcast, you can't see this, but I have it playing. You can go to Eric Trump or Real. He shared at Real Donald Trump a boat parade today in Clearwater, Florida. There are just literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of boats, and it's really incredible to see see everyone come out and just loaded with Trump and American flags. Talk about patriotism running deep. That is the one thing that does happen, is Trump has brought out the patriotism in America like never ever before. I've never seen it in my lifetime like this. So this is pretty cool. So they did do they tried to hit the record. The previous record of 1180 boats was set back in 2014 during an event in Malaysia. That record still stands despite organizers of a similar event earlier this summer claiming as many 3,400 boats attended a parade at a lake in South Carolina. Officials said that over 30,000 people attended the event, with the similar groups being known as Trumptilla. Saturday's event was organized by Conservative Grounds website, which said that more than 1181 boats had registered. So, and they said that this is going to be the Moab, mother of all boat parades. That's what they said. So, they attempted, of course, no matter what they do, no matter how they talk to the news media is going to try to downplay it, because they are trying to make it look like that Trump is not liked. All right, our next news article. New CNN polling shows major shift in race for the White House. Ahead of the DNC convention kickoff Monday night, President Trump has gained major ground against rival Joe Biden in CNN's latest polling. Oh my. Overall, 50% of registered voters backed the Biden-Harris ticket, while 46% say they support Trump and Pence, right at the poll's margin of error of plus or minus 4% points among the 72% of voters who say that they are either extremely or very enthusiastic about voting this fall. Biden's advantage over Trump widens to 53% to 46%. I mean, come on. Let's just be serious. Yes, you see, I'm a huge Trump supporter, but let's just talk real news here. Do you really think people and let's just talk common sense. Do you really think people really are going to support someone that cannot put 3 to 4 words together? And you see that they've kept him hid, so there's something that is going on. Trump has been trying and wanting to do debates. You know, how can you become a president when you don't even debate about the issues? You want to hear what the president is going to stand for. And Biden will not do it. Never, I do not ever remember this going on. We are only less than 3 months from the election. And we still haven't had any debates. They're trying to hide him. That's very concerning. And we, the American people, are letting that happen. It's time we stand up. All right. GOP blame media for Harris eligibility questions. Trump administration officials have reaffirmed they will not question Vice President nominee Senator Kamala Harris' eligibility for office. During a recent interview, White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows stated he accepts that Harris is eligible for office and reiterated the president will no longer discuss theories to the contrary. Last week, the president mentioned he heard Harris, who has Jamaican and Indian parentage, was ineligible because she was not a citizen at birth. According to the biographical directory of the U.S. Congress, she was born in Oakland, California. So, Meadows stated the president never wanted to discuss the conspiracy and claimed the media was baiting him. He said, Mark Meadows, here's a quote. I think the president spoke to this yesterday. This is not something that we are going to pursue. Actually, Jake, you and a number in the media have spent more time on this than anyone in the White House has talking about this, unquote. So they keep trying to just antagonize the president, trying to catch him, trip him up on everything. And the sad part of it is he hadn't even been able to, he's done so much, and he hadn't been able to really just enjoy the presidency. All right, study 150 times more negative news on Trump than Biden. Oh, really? Imagine that. As the pandemic grinds on, the Big Three broadcast evening newscasts are among the highest rated programs on television today. And that means millions of viewers are witnessing the most biased presidential campaign coverage in modern media history. And this, the one that writes this said, I've been studying news media and elections for more than 35 years. Trust me, there's never been anything like it. A new MRC analysis of all evening news coverage of President Donald Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden in June and July found these networks chose to aim most of their attention and nearly all their negative coverage on Trump. So Biden escaped any scrutiny on his left-wing policy positions, past job performance, or character. So let's stop and think on this. If the majority of the coverage of Trump was negative, and so they gave Biden a pass, and Biden is supposedly barely leading in the polls, do you see what's happening here? Yeah, Trump is leading by big time. That's just that's it. That's the bottom line. All right, a couple more. Susan Rice, Benghazi, and the Spygate scandal. When it comes to Susan Rice's involvement in the Benghazi scandal, you might not be surprised to learn that Susan Rice can't remember much. As you might recall, Susan Rice was Obama's national security advisor and UN ambassador. Judicial Watch investigations have documented her unmasking request for General Flynn, as well as her broader involvement in the July 2017 Oval Office meetings, which are believed to have established the groundwork for Spygate.
As per her involvement in the Obama admin's Benghazi cover-up, much remains to be discovered, according to Fitton. Rewinding to the aftermath of the attack on 2012, viewers might recall how Susan Rice proved her worth in lying to the American people on Sunday television talk shows in the months prior to Obama's re-inauguration. So, they're digging in. Judicial Watch is digging in, and the truth is coming out. That's the bottom line. The truth is coming out. All right. Our last article, then we'll go to break. Legal experts skeptical of New York AG's attempt to dissolve NRA. Experts across the political spectrum are skeptical of New York's Attorney General Letitia James' attempt to dissolve the NRA, with some liberals even calling the move dangerous. Legal scholars told the Washington Free Beacon it was hard to see the massive gun rights group being dissolved over James's investigation into its finances. Cato Institute legal fellow Walter Olson said the case presented amounted to a Democrat attempting to shut down a key political opponent. So, yes, the NRA is doing, there are some things, questionable things, that it has done, but there are a lot of gun owners. I'm a concealed carry guy. And so, basically what you have here is you better watch it. I don't think the liberals understand how they can, how to deal with concealed carry people. That's pretty much it. Oh, here's one more article. Sorry about that. All right, one more article. We'll go to break. A coronavirus bailout won't save or fix the USPS. The Postal Service stands to lose $13 billion this year, but this is an ongoing trend, not a new problem created by the coronavirus pandemic. So basically, this article is talking about the USPS has been losing money every year for continual years. So this is not something new that they are just now all of a sudden losing money. They've been bailed out, and that is the one thing that it has not been run correctly in the last 20 years. So this is nothing new. All right, we're going to go to break, and we'll be back, and we'll cover Clouthub, Parler, then Verse of the Day. Thank you for listening. Please listen to our ads, support our sponsors, and we look forward to seeing you on the other side of break. We will be right back. Finding the right lawn service can always be challenging. You find those services that just try to make it through the day and really don't do what you want them to do. Well, I have great news for you. R.W. Peters Lawn Services in South Stuart, Florida and Hope Sound can help you out. If you live around the Hope Sound, South Stuart, Florida area, you can get your lawn service completed by R.W. Peters Lawn Services. You can go to their website, peterslawnservicesfl.com. You can even call them 740-710-2031. That's 740-710-2031. Email Brian at peterslawnservicesfl.com. Call them today. Trying to advertise in today's world is a very competitive thing. There are many advertising agencies that are saying that if you go with them, you will actually get your word out. Well, I would like to introduce to you a totally new and innovative way to advertise your message. It's called Flamin' Hot Ads. That is FLAMIN Hot Ads, ADS. Flamin' Hot Ads puts your business card size ad on a styrofoam carryout tray. In today's world, carryouts are a major part of any restaurant business. You can call them 833-ADS-TO-GO. That's ADSTOGO. 833-ADS-TO-GO. Call them to put your advertisement on a styrofoam carry-out tray. Art is a thing of the past. I would like to introduce to you a artist that still does hand-drawn art. Don Meredith. Go to donmeredithart.com. That's DonMeredithArt.com. Don Meredith does hand-drawn art. He will do whatever you need him to do. You can go to the website and you can see his art that he does. You can give him a call, 772-708-4060. Email finefunart@gmail.com. That's FINEFUNART@gmail.com. Or his website, Don Meredith, MEREDITH art.com. He looks forward to talking to you. Are you looking for real news with a real conservative perspective? I invite you to Facebook.com/RealTimeNewsTC. That's Realtime News TC of the Treasure Coast. My name is James Powell. I'm the host. I truly would like to invite you to join us. We'll see you on the next show. And we are back. We do thank you again for joining us, and we trust that you have checked out our sponsors. In the links are all the sponsors that we use, and we do would like to take care of you with your video intro. All right, I'm on Parler, and if you have not signed up for Parler, that's PARLER.com, Parler.com. And please link up with me. Look up James Powell. That's James Powell, JAMESPOWELL. That's all one word. Look me up on Parler and Clouthub. That's Clouthub is CLOUTHUB.com. Clouthub.com. Look up James Powell. Follow me. I'd love to connect with you on there. So let's look at the post. This is actually, Parler and Clouthub are the free speech platforms that are taking over from Facebook and Twitter. So when we get shut down, we will be going over to those. All right, Parler. Let's see what we have here. Bongino report. Mark Meadows says no mail sorting machines will be going offline. So let's see what it says here. We'll be going offline between now and the election. So they were trying to say that Trump was trying to control, the mail. Trump is just really pushing for a honest election. That's the bottom line. All right. Let's see. Team Trump. We will not stand for the left's radical actions any longer. Bongino report. Woman ambushes Hawaii beach wedding over COVID-19 regulations. Wow. Look how crazy. People are just going totally nuts over this COVID stuff. I mean, I have a head cold right now. It's just crazy. NYT, New York Times, manipulates FBI lawyer's guilty plea to hide real Spygate news. All right. Let's go one more. At Shelley, experts praise Trump's Middle East peace miracle Obama gang, radical Democrats in Turkey and Iran hate it. Trump just made a major move with that deal in the Middle East. So it's huge, very huge. All right, let's jump over to Clouthub. And again, follow me on Clouthub. Look up James Powell and follow me. Let's see what we got here. All right, Mark Levin posted, Eva Pelosi and her media propagandist demagogues and liars seek to collapse. All right, since masks don't protect you from the COVID virus any more than a chain link fence protects you from mosquitoes, and they do make it more likely you will touch surfaces than touch your face, I believe masks make this virus spread worse and not better. Something to think about. All right, at Real Matt Couch, how many of you are aware that I'm being sued by the two largest Democrat law firms in America, former Obama White House counsel, in an attempt to silence my Seth Rich murder investigations? So, the bottom line, they do not want the truth. That's it. They don't want the truth. All right, I'm not going to read a whole lot. We can go to the newsroom on Clouthub. More infectious coronavirus strain detected in Philippines. Party official. FBI arrests Puerto Rico legislators. Public Health England to be replaced. Death Valley reaches 130 degrees. U.S. coronavirus death toll hits 170,000 ahead of fall flu season. Protesters' arrest leads to crowd forming at Pittsburgh mayor's home. People are getting very, very upset with all this government control. All right, we're going to end this broadcast. I do thank you. I know this. I haven't been as clear of thought with me not feeling well. Of course, you can probably hear it in my voice. And the more I talk, the worse it gets. So let's go ahead and do the verse of the day. And we'll do the thoughts on today's verse and end in the verse prayer. You may say to yourself, my power and my strength and my hands have produced this wealth for me. But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth, and so confirms His covenant, which He swore to your forefathers as it is today. What do we have that wasn't given to us, either by God's generous grace, unexpected blessing, disciplining hardship, providential opportunity, or our good health? And when we stand before the throne of judgment, what will our claim to grace be? Our claim on grace is based on God's generous and loving gifts that have made us pure, holy, and whole. Nothing we possess, accomplish, or buy can give us such a claim. Only God's generosity, grace, and love can bring heaven's greatest gifts to us. And the prayer, I thank you, dear Father, for your wonderful and extravagant blessings. All that I have, all that I am, and all that I ever hope to be exist only because of the mercy and grace you have lavished upon me. Thank you in Jesus' name. I do want to say thank you again for listening and for just being with us today. We hope you have a great, great day, and we look forward to being back with you on the next episode. Make sure you hit the links, follow us on all the social media channels, all the links, support our sponsors, and we just want to say a huge thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.